Hi dear, welcome to today's class on vertical farm setup. So we will be looking at how you can set up your vertical farm on your own in the comfort of your house. First, you would have purchased the vertical farm planters. So usually a set consists of 5 of these, though here I'll be using 6. So you're going to get each plastic with something like this inside, each plastic coming with that. Now if you look at your vertical planters, you notice if you look closely there are holes inside. So we have holes already perforated inside. These holes allows the water to go from one level to another, such that you only need to water the topmost layer. The water goes from the top to the bottom on its own. Then in addition, you would see an aerator like this. So the function of this is to ensure that there is space between this and the bottom layer, so that there is constant aeration from the bottom region. Remember we said that plant root requires air. So you just place the planter in like that. So whichever way you prefer, you're good to go. So I did that. This allows, if you notice, there are spaces in between. We have spaces in between that allows for aeration. So for setup, to see how easy it is, so what we have is to fix this. If you notice at the bottom we have grooves already created. This groove is to allow for this to go in. Again, take your aerator, throw it in. So you realize that setup is really quite easy. Throw that in. Like I said, setup is quite easy. Throw that in. And throw that in, and you are done with setting up. So with these you have 6 layers set up for your system. Now if you notice, each layer has 4 planting holes. Each layer has 4 planting holes. So in this 6 layered system, what you have automatically is 24 planting holes from this little space. So one of the most asked questions is how wide is this? So this is just a little bit above 1 point something feet. I don't know if we can see that, just a little bit above 1 point something feet in diameter. So that tells you how much space you will be needing. Just a little bit above 1 point something feet in diameter. That is the top. So that is the maximum space you would be needing. So if you are buying a set usually consists of 5 pieces. So a set from ground level is about 2.29 feet, less than 1 meter, because 1 meter is here. So you realize that with a single one set of these, you have not even used up to a meter. You've not used up to a meter. You are just at about 0.7 meters from the bottom layer. And with this, you are able to multiply how many you can grow in a little space. You are able to multiply how much plants you can grow in a little space. So you realize the setup is quite easy. Setup is quite easy. So you can decide the kind of substrate you want to use to grow. You can decide the kind of substrate you want to use to grow. You can decide, so some of the substrates that you can use include, you can use things like your cocoa coir. You can use things like your cocoa coir. Cocoa coir is what you have in coconuts. So This is cocoa coir. This is not soy. What you have here is cocoa coir. This is not soy. To see it better, you can see the cocoa coir. So what I'm using here is cocoa coir, not soy. Cocoa coir, not soy. Then you can also use things like your rice hull. You can use your charcoal. There are so many options of things you can use for soil edge growing. Then for those of us that prefer you want to import, there are things like perlite, vermiculite, and the rest. I will do another video explaining how you can do the gradual setup of how to process your cocoa coir to this form. Then in the case of irrigation, you just need, like, take for instance, these things you can buy off the shelf, connect to your tap. So it comes, we can pick whichever kind of mouth you want to use, and you water like that. You water. So the reason I'm moving a bit far is because I don't want the pressure to create hose. So you water like that. Water like that.